Hi, boys and girls. Before I share this next and last book of the semester, I just wanted to take a moment to share a few thoughts with you. First, I have really missed seeing all of you on a daily basis. And for those of you that have been a part of my library roster this year, I have so enjoyed welcoming you into my home library and sharing so many of my favorite stories. And finally, I want all of you to remember how important a good story is, because it is through the magic of story that we learn, we grow, and we find out who we are. Now, on to the place that holds the magic of story.
Good Night Library, written by Denise Brennan Nelson, illustrated by Marco Bucci. Good night, library. Darkness falls. It's sleepy time for these great walls. Good night, library. You must be tired from all the learning you've inspired. Good night, words and chapter books. Good night, reading in cozy nooks. Good night, poetry. Good night, prose. Pull up the covers, off you doze. Good night, characters. Close your pages. Good night, plots and puppet stages. Good night, Goldilocks and Sleepy Bears. Good night, story time and carpet squares. Good night, board games, crafts, and art. Good night, computer and filing cart. Good night, folk tales and Little Red. Good night, wolf in Grandma's bed. Good night, maps and atlas too. Good night, comics, old and new. Good night, benches. Good night, chairs. No more climbing. Good night, stairs. Good night, librarian. It's time to close. One more book? Oh, I suppose. Now all your books are tucked in tight. Good night, library. Good night. Good night.
Welcome back, boys and girls. I hope that you enjoyed this book, and I also hope that throughout this summer, as our local libraries and bookstores begin to reopen, that you find yourself in the company of some magical stories. Please keep those stories close to your heart, for they will help you to continue growing and learning. And, as you may have already noticed, I have provided you with a list of some of my favorite books, in the hopes that they will feed your mind, body, and soul. Until we meet again, I'll see you in September, and as always, happy reading!